Hey Millionaire, welcome back to the channel. Today's February 3rd, 2023. I was left home alone for a few hours, so I thought I would make a quick video on how you can officially become a millionaire. To start off, let's begin by providing the definition of a millionaire. Many people think that to become a millionaire, you have to gross $1 million per year. This is far from the truth. There are many artists who gross millions of dollars per year, but spend even more. When the income stops pouring in, they end up in the streets because they never acquired assets that grew their net worth. Net worth is defined by adding your assets / valuables and subtracting your liabilities / debts. For example, if you own $5,000 of gold, you have $60,000 in your 401k. You have a paid off house that's worth, let's say, $80,000. And let's say that you have $1,000 under your mattress. Your total assets will be $146,000. Now, don't get ahead of me. This is not your net worth. We now have to add all your liabilities / debts. Let's say you owe $35,000 in student loan debt, which is very common nowadays, unfortunately. You also have $15,000 in credit card debt, and you owe $20,000 for your vehicle. Your total liabilities are $70,000. We now need to subtract both figures, your assets and your liabilities, and we end up with a $76,000 net worth. It may not sound like much, but you must remember that many people live all their lives with a negative net worth. I'm going to give you 6 steps to increase your net worth to $1 million in less than 10 years. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It will take a lot of sacrifice, and you will need to master the skill of delayed gratification. Like Dave Ramsey says, if you want something you've never had, you will have to do something you've never done. Step 1. Start reading and listening to other people that are more successful than you. Pay close attention to those that are already positioned where you want to be. If you don't like reading, listen to podcasts, but feed your brain every day. Try not to waste your time indulging in Netflix or going to the club. Spend your time wisely. God, family, and yourself. There will be time in the future to kick it with your friends. Step 2. Make a written budget. Pearson's law states, that which is measured improves. Write down everything that you are spending in a month. Create 2 lists, wants and needs. Eliminate all your wants. Just keep the needs. You may ask, what are wants? Wants are expensive clothing, eating out, vacations, and the list goes on. Needs, on the other hand, are necessities to continue living. This includes your shelter, cooked foods, not dining out, and basic transportation. Not your very expensive Corvette, a car that will take you from point A to point B. Save your money that is left over. If you are blessed to have a spouse that works, live on one income and save the other income. Many people will argue that this is impossible. But what would happen if one of you lost your job? If one of you gets injured and can't work anymore? You will have to figure it out, right? Step 3. Keep your W-2 job and start a side hustle. I'm going to repeat that. I didn't say quit your W-2 job. Keep your job and start a side hustle. Look for a need and fulfill it. If you work out in the sun and there's no stores nearby, sell frozen Gatorades to your coworkers. Leave the embarrassment at home. If you are mechanically inclined, start doing oil changes or washing cars for your friends or doing handyman jobs on your days off. Anything helps. An additional $250 a week will be $13,000 at the end of the year. That is a down payment on a $300,000 4-unit apartment complex. Step 4. Get out of bad debts and build your credits. Use the additional money you are saving every week by not spending on your wants and the additional money from your side hustle to pay off your debts.
What are bad debts?
Any debt that doesn't produce money for you. List them from smallest to largest and attack them viciously. This is called the snowball method. If you are more disciplined, you can use the avalanche method and attack them by paying off the higher interest debt first. It will be very slow in the beginning, but after a few months, it will start to pick up. Step 5. Once you are out of bad debt and are slowly building your credit score, it is the exciting time to purchase your first rental property. You will look for a distressed property with equity built on day one. To a lot of people's surprise, in real estate, you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. Look for the ugliest house in the best neighborhood. I recommend getting either a duplex or a fourplex so you can live in one rent-free if you haven't bought your first house. Use an FHA loan, which is a federal insured loan, to only pay 3.5% down. As mentioned before, if the fourplex is $300,000, you will be required to put about $11,000 as a down payment. The goal is to purchase a $300,000 property that needs maybe $25,000 in repairs, but once repaired will be valued at around $425,000. If it needs paints, you can paint it yourself. Remember what I said earlier about kicking it with your friends? Buy some $5 Little Caesars pizza and call your closest friends that want to see you win. They will give you a hand. Try to save some money in labor in the beginning stages. I want to clarify, these types of deals are not everywhere. You will have to have your eyes open and your ears wide open. And be ready with cash in hand with a qualified bank letter when the opportunity arises. Step 6. Rinse and repeats. You can either refinance and pull the cash out of the property you just bought, since you increased the value by increasing rents and rehabbing it, or you can continue saving your W-2 money, your side hustle money, and now the money you are saving by living rent-free. You should now be saving approximately $500 per week or $26,000 per year. It will probably take you another year to purchase your second property. This second property will be filled with tenants, so you should be cash flowing even more money than your first deal. And the snowball effect will get bigger and bigger. Around year 8 or 9, the properties you bought at the beginning of your journey should now be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars more. Property value and rents tend to grow about 3% on an annual basis. Have you heard everyone complaining about the cost of eggs and about our current inflation? The wealthy, on the other hand, are enjoying the inflation since their properties keep growing in value, producing even more rental income year after year. If you follow these 6 steps, I am proud to announce to you that you have slowly but surely crossed over to the wealthy side. This is the end of the video, guys. If you're still watching, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell for future videos. I really hope this information helps you achieve a blessed future. God bless.